Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emmanuel, and in this video I'm going to show you how I redesigned the landing page of this website. Now this website is called Buzzy.buzz. It's an app builder for turning ideas into working web or mobile applications. And now if you can see, this is the landing page. It doesn't really have that modern feel to it. It's just generic and plain and doesn't have a lot of sections. So I decided to redesign it and turn it to something like this. And I decided to design the website into something that has a more modern outlook like this. It should definitely be great to convert more users and have more customers for the website. Now in this video, I'm going to break down the entire process of the website redesign and explain the logic and design of each section and elements of the redesigned website to show you how it can help increase more users and turn them into clients and the logic behind it all. So here's the redesigned website in Figma, and we'll start off with the first section. The first thing I redesigned was the navbar. Now for the navbar, it mostly looks okay, but I just made a few differences. I centered, aligned it, I used their logo, and I added some call to actions. Maybe notice there really isn't any compelling call to action right here on the navbar. There's only the navbar items, the support, blog, pricing, and special offers. Right here, you just have the generic login. And to fix that, I added something that could guide the user to perform a specific action, which would be first to see how it works, to see the demo of how the website works. Secondly, to start your free trial. Now, when redesigning the website, it's always important to use compelling call to actions that can actually guide the user. And that's the first thing that I did for the navbar. And for the next section is the hero section. Now, the hero section is definitely the most important part of a website because this is the first thing that the user sees. And so you want to quickly communicate the message over to the user. Now, for the body side is the hero section, just a simple header with a subheading, and that's it. But I decided to add a little bit more to the hero section. So the first thing I added was this spiel, which says creating a working web or mobile app in minutes. This spiel just let's quickly gives the information to the visitor that hey, this is what the website does. And then you have the heading. It says build apps and websites faster, which is a quicker and more it explains the goal or the idea of the website. Then the second section is the subheading, which also just attempts to give the information but a little bit in detail. It says design, develop, and launch production grade applications without code. This is letting the user know that yes, you can build a working website without using code. And then the call to action button. Start your free trial and see how it works. Now, after the call to action, if you notice on the Buzzy landing page, you have this box where it says enter a brief description of your app. It gives you two options to enter your own prompt or use an example prompt. Now, this is simply just a demo to show visitors an example of the kind of apps that they can build. So for the redesign, I simply just changed it to a pop-up box. When you click on see how it works, this text box pops up and it says turn your idea into a working web or mobile app in minutes. There's also the text box to give a description of your app and the two buttons generate your app or use an example prompt, which I think this is a more cleaner and efficient way to show users an example of what can be done with the Buzzy app. So for the other part of the hero section, I added social proof. These are testimonials from other users who have used the app. And you can see it has stars and ratings. It says from 200 plus reviews. Now, always adding social proof to your heading section is a great way to build trust among visitors or users to give them the assurance that yes, other people have used the app and this is the review of the website that they used. For the next part, I also added this spiel section where it says this gives like additional features of what the web app can do. Like it says, no card required for registering, 14 days free trial, and set up in 1 day. This is just like a sneak peek to show users what they get when they register with the website. And then finally, for the hero section, you have this video here where it says to watch demo video. Now on the Buzzy page, I think they have something similar to this right here. This is just an introduction of the app, but I don't think they did it in the best way. Is they had two videos explaining of how the app works, but rather they could just have a simple video, one single video that will just give a more descriptive explanation of how their app or web app works, which I just put here. Just says watch demo video, which should be a 5 minutes video to show the users of what they can do with Buzzy web app to create their apps and websites. Now for the other parts of the section, hero section, I added some logos. This can also serve as social proof to show users the companies or industries that use your products. I just put 160,000 customers in over 120 countries grow their business with Buzzy. And this is just a subheading. This will help to build trust in your brand or website and communicate that yes, other people do use this product or web app. Now for the last section of the website, if you notice on the Buzzy page, after these videos, it just has a testimonial and some more testimonials, some case studies video, and then that's it. It doesn't really explain or give the visitors or users exactly how the app works, its features, and so on. So I decided to add it. Yeah, I created another section where it has features here and the heading build apps without code effortlessly, and the subheading of build professional apps without coding, intuitive interface, drag and drop components, and then easily turn ideas into apps in minutes. Now this just shows exactly the purpose or the goal of the Buzzy landing page of their web app. And yeah, I listed out some few features you can get when you get the app. It has a drag and drop section with the subheading, create apps effortlessly with our drag and drop interface. Still putting this keyword of no coding to show the user that they don't require much code to build apps. Then you have extensive library and powerful integration with other apps and real-time collaboration. This is just a way to quickly list out the features of the app without having to overwhelm the user and just showing them exactly what the app can do. Now for the next section is the why section. This is the section that aims to convince visitors to use this website. Now for this section I simply use the bento grid. If you don't know what that is, it's simply a web design layout that is inspired by Japanese, I think, lunch boxes. It's an easier way to give information without having it overwhelm the user by just using simple boxes that have different layouts. So the first thing you see notice here is the heading. It says the future of app creation is here, and the subheading experience unmatched simplicity, customization, support, and security. Now this just expands or explains more about what you get when you use the Buzzy web app. Now for the first box, I said battle tested infrastructure, and the description reads, oh sorry, the subheading rely on our battle tested infrastructure for reliable performance and security, and build and scale your app with peace of mind. Now this just gives the user the idea that yes, this app is tested and can work across multiple regions and so on. And the second box, I said customization flexibility. And you scroll down, it just tells you that this is an app that you can easily customize to fit your need. You also have another box, the security. This is an app that will give you advanced measures to protect your data. And then 24-hour support. This is to show users that they can easily reach out for each and every one of their issues. And then finally, the last box is easy integration. This shows them that they can easily integrate other apps with their own other web apps with their own. to build more functions, all without using code. And then finally, the last section is of course the call to action button to start your free trial. This is just a heads up to give the visitors the option to start a free trial with Buzzy after seeing the why section, why they should use this app. And for the next section is the customer testimonials. Now on the Buzzy page, you notice that they just have plain text with the image and name of the person who gave the testimony. And they also have a little icon here, which is supposed to open, I think, to the video where the person gives testimony. The YouTube ad. And for the next section is the customer testimonials. Now on the Buzzy page, you notice that they just have plain text with the image. Now, my video testimonial is obviously a powerful and great way to build trust in your brand by showing the experience of real people who have used your app or products. I think they did it in a very bad way because for the user to get to the video testimonial, it involves them having to completely enter a new tab, and this is bad for several reasons. One of these reasons is because this can lead to higher bounce rates, because by allowing the user to go to a completely different page, it distracts the user from the main goal or objective of the website. And the goal of every website is to keep the user on the website for as long as possible till they have performed a specific task, whether it's buying a product or signing up. And this completely defeats that purpose, because once the user goes to YouTube, this is like another site completely which wants the user's attention, because right here you have other videos which can distract the user and lead them down another path. So to fix this, I simply designed this section where instead of having to click to view the video testimonial, the video is directly on the website. You can see this is an example of what the video will be. And it also comes with a slider section, these two arrows, for you to view more video testimonials. It has the name of the person who gave the testimonial, and of course the text or the plain text, that's the testimonial they gave. Now this is obviously a better and more efficient way to have testimonials. Instead of having them redirected, you just have the video mainly on your page, so your users or visitors can watch the videos directly and see how the product works and how it has helped other people. Like now, my video testimonial is obviously a powerful and great way to build trust in your brand by showing the experience of real people who have used your app or products. I think they did it in a very. Now for the next section, I just designed this blog section for the landing page. Just has some of the articles and case studies of the Buzzy app, which I think they have here. But theirs is video. Just made mine text. I really didn't do much here. I just replaced them with simple articles. So we'll go back to the next section, which is the frequently asked questions and answers, or FAQ for short. Now on the Buzzy landing page, it doesn't really have an FAQ section, which I think is not really a great idea, because what this FAQ section serves for is to simply answer more questions that the potential visitors might have. This will help to quickly resolve their questions that they might have about your products. And you can see I just added some questions like, how can I get my app published on the App Store? Do I need to know how to code to build an app? What happens after I exhaust the 14-day free trial? These are all questions that the user or visitor might have about how the apps works and what they can get from it. So it's always a great idea to add an FAQ section to your landing page to enable users to resolve their questions. And now for the other section, now I added a call to action section. This is once the user has scrolled down and gone through everything. Finally, you're giving the user the option to register for the app or product. You can see the heading just says experience the simplicity of building apps and transform your business data into actionable insights and increase your success. These are just the heading and subheading, but of course the call to action button. Start your free trial or see how it works. Now it's always a great idea to put the call to action at the last, or let me say second to last section of the landing page. This will encourage users who have scrolled through the whole page to register, to perform the action of registering for the app or product. And then finally we have the footer. I didn't really do much here. The footer just has all the items, which is kind of similar to the Buzzy landing page. You have the resources, support company, and legal footer items. So this just helps for the redirection to specific pages of the website. Now the other page that I redesigned was this pricing page, which from the Buzzy landing page, I think the pricing system is a little bit confusing. Because right here you have Buzzy Creator, you have the recommended plan, and you also have an AI free plan. And one says start 14-day trial, another one says buy now. And you scroll down, you still see that there are three plans. This one says medium, large, and enterprise. And if you still scroll down, you still see another plan. And you keep scrolling down, you still keep seeing more plans. And then the future comparison. Now, I think that this is a little bit confusing for users and for other potential people who might be interested to purchase a plan, because there really isn't a clear pricing plan that they have. Because what most other landing pages do or websites, they have, I think, 3 to 4 tier pricing list, where you have the starter plan, maybe the medium, large, and enterprise, which usually involve custom pricing. So how I redesigned this was like this. Right here you have the plan and pricing title with the subheading. It just says skip the expensive hourly waiting rates and waiting time. Buzzy offers a streamlined path from design to production without the hefty fees. Now this already tells the user that this is a cheaper option for them to go to. And then you have this logo section that shows the brands or customer that use the products. Let me just switch over to the main Figma file. And here we have it. Now for this section, how this section is supposed to work by, you can see it has three pricing plans: the starter, the growth, and scale. And if we scroll down, we have enterprise. And like I said, it's mostly custom pricing. And here you have this tab option, which will switch from paying monthly to paying yearly. And you also have this little text here that shows the user that when they switch to yearly, they get 2 months bonus. Now I think this is a better way to set up a pricing section, where you see with each pricing tab, sorry, each pricing container, you have the price per month, you have the call to action, which is a more descriptive way, and it says start a free trial, and then you have the options, the features of this plan, which they are here, a better way of having a pricing section. Now for the next part is this section where it says the future comparison. Now, this is just a plain way of doing it. It's not really anything exciting or modern or a modern design. So how I redesigned it is by doing this. Now you see each of the sections, we have the starter, growth, scale, and enterprise. And right here you have the features that you can get when once you subscribe to this plan. You can see it says max users. These are the numbers that you can put. This one is the infinity symbols. And then you have this option. Once you have a feature for each plan, where these features here, we have this blue tick, and if the feature is not available, then we have this cross marks. Like for the starter plan, you have the SSL certificates. This blue tick indicates that yes, this feature is available, and this one indicates that no, this feature is not available. And I did it for all of them. And then finally, we have frequently asked questions. This is the pricing section, so of course the user will have some more questions that need to be resolved about how it works. So it's exactly the same thing I did in the other landing page. And then finally, the testimonials. This is a bit of social proof that will help to guarantee that yes, users convert after seeing the testimonies of other people who have used the app. And then finally, the call to action, which will ensure that if they skip through everything here, you also have a way to get them to perform a specific task, which includes purchasing the trial. And then finally, you just have the footer. So this is the redesigned pricing page of everything, now which I think is a more precise and modern way to price your products instead of having it as confusing as this one. And that's the entire process of how I redesign this Buzzy landing page from looking like this to this, which is a more modern approach and could help to potentially increase users and customers of the website. So that's the video. If you liked it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, I'll be leaving the link to this Figma prototype in the description down below. And if you also want me to take a look at your website, whether it needs a redesign, be sure to contact me down below. Thank you for watching.